Hello everyone, welcome to another beautiful day of handball. It's a scorcher as the Gators face off against the Honey Badgers. A lot of players at today's game, 9 Honey Badgers and I think 7 Gators. And yet we only have 3 refs, myself acting as the camera bitch, Alec Vigil head reffing for today, and Bailey Wu on clock and score. Hey, are both teams ready? They're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. Oh, I just farted a lot. All right, Bailey, start on Alec's whistle. And that is the very original beginning of the Gators versus the Honey Badgers. Scott Holmes dribbling the ball up the court now, looking to make the first goal for the Gators. He's picked up by Drew Foss, trying to find an opening. He finds Mitchell Maisel on the wing, but his shot is outside, and the goal is not scored. Annie Schertz gives the ball to Dylan Wilson. The first Honey Badgers possession of the game as Wilson dribbles the ball up the court. He's looking to get a win for his team. A pass to Drew Foss on the left side. Gives it over to Mark Monasevich, flips a pass back to Dylan Wilson, and it's over to Charlie. And he finds Mark Monasevich. Gators defense doing a good job at cutting down any openings. Passes right to Scott Holmes with an interception. Holmes is dribbling up the field. He scores in the lower right against goalie Annie Schertz, making the score 1-0 Gators. Dylan Wilson with the ball now. He's getting the offense going for the Gators. Not the Gators, the Honey Badgers. Mixed up the two teams. I'm a bad commentator. Dylan Wilson spanks Scott Holmes, that's cute. Charlie Lowell with the ball now, facing off against his teammate from last year. Drew Foss with a pass to Dylan Wilson. He's looking to score. Passes up to Drew Foss. Scores a goal against Brennan Stryker. A beautiful pass by Dylan Wilson with the equalizer goal.
Yo, guys, don't let them between you and the goal.
Your personal bet. Your personal bet.
Closer to the arc when you're playing D. Alex starts so good.
Scott Holmes now dribbling up the ball. The Gators playing with their uniforms for the first time. Holmes finds Merle. He scores in the lower right. The score is 2-1 Gators. Dylan Wilson with the ball now. Dylan Wilson finds Mark Monasevich on the wing. And Brendan Stryker comes up with a save. A very close call, but a nice defensive move by the Gators goalie. Alex Merle with the ball now. Finds Scott Holmes in the middle. He comes through. A nice block by Annie Schertz. Scott, you suck. Not really. No, don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Oh, Scott Holmes spanks me. Dylan Wilson with the ball now. He's dribbling up the court. And the pass is long. Out of bounds. Charlie Lowell cannot manage to get it. The Honey Badgers defense sets while the Gators inbound the ball. Michael Bozay to Scott Holmes. Dribbling the ball now.
Nick, I don't like your fuzzy balls. Can we switch?
Yeah. Holmes with the not fuzzy ball. Looking for some movement in the Gators offense. Finds Merle. Merle passes over to Mitchell Maisel. And his pass is off the... And a penalty shot is called. And Michael Bozay is awarded a penalty shot. Dylan Wilson with the defensive foul, and it's going to be Bozay against Schertz for the first penalty shot of the game.
So I can just shoot it?
You gotta do it.
Okay, come here. Come here.
Penalty, Scott. Right here.
The vagina, right there.
Cannot step past that.
Yeah. You have one step. You can follow through, so you can step like that.
I can't run up. I just have to.
No, you can't run up. No running starts. The ball is live after the rebound. Everyone has to be outside the dotted line. Wait for Alec's whistle. Michael Bozay.
No, I can follow through.
He stepped over.
I can follow. He said I could follow through though.
You can't follow through over the line.
I didn't follow through over the line.
Yeah, you did. It went over the vagina.
And it's called over the line. The goal is not scored. A close call for the Honey Badgers. Dylan Wilson with the ball now. He finds Drew Foss, but he steps in the arc. And it's a Gators ball. Mark Monasevich gives the ball to Mitchell Maisel, who's dribbling up the court, looking for a fast transition sequence for the Gators, but the Honey Badgers defense has gotten time to get set. Merle sets a screen for Michael Bozay, who comes in to score in the lower left against Annie Schertz, making the score 3-1 Gators.
Hey, next time we get back on defense, after defense, we'll sub.
Dylan Wilson with the ball, passes over to Drew Foss.
Hug the art on the wings.
Drew Foss darts a pass over to Mark Monasevich on the right-hand side. He's looking for a pass. He finds Dylan Wilson, who's picked up by Scott Holmes. Wilson passes over to Foss. Foss is dribbling around. Passes into the arc, but it's missed by Dylan Wilson. And Brendan Stryker, I guess that's a save. I don't know what to call that. That's gonna suck to score later. That'll be an interception. Brendan Stryker's okay with that. Scott Holmes over to Michael Bozay. Picked up by Dylan Wilson. Drew Foss with the leading pass. Almost knocked out of bounds, but Dylan Wilson is forced to slow the pace. Charlie Lowell with the ball. Finds Drew again. A behind the back pass to Dylan Wilson. And an even better save by Brendan Stryker. Very impressive by the goalie for the Gators.
Ball so hard.
A very exciting play and a close call for the Gators.
We finally got a good ball.
Scott Holmes dribbling the fuzzy ball that he hates and Merle loves. Might rupture the chemistry of their team. Dylan Wilson and Mark Monasevich coming out for Ryan Alva and Devin Kennedy. Merle passes over to Holmes, and he scores in the lower right like he loves to do, making the score 4-1 Gators. Ryan Alva with the ball. Josh Grupa sprinting up the court to set the defense. Alva gets a pass around the back to Drew Foss. It's almost knocked out of his hand, but it's picked up by Devin Kennedy. Recovered by Ryan Alva. Stolen by Scott Holmes, a clean steal. He's dribbling up the court now. And he scores in the lower left against Annie Schertz, making the score 5-1 Gators. And Annie Schertz's pass is hit down by Mitchell Maisel, but recovered by Eric Monasevich. Monasevich to Ryan Alva. A long shot. Tried to bounce past the goalie, but Brendan Stryker comes up with a save. Scott Holmes given the ball. Passes over to Alex Merle. Merle finds Josh Grupa. Passes to Joe Zacharin. Back out to Holmes at the top. Alec, watch the shuffling for 4 steps. Holmes with the ball now. Looking for an opening in the defense. He passes off to Merle. Scored in the bottom right. But it's not called a goal as Alex Merle steps in the arc. Ryan Alva with the ball now, dribbling up the court. Stolen by Scott Holmes. Holmes with his second steal of the day coming up, trying to score. And he scores to the left side of Annie Schertz, making the score 6-1 Gators. Schertz passes up to Eric Monasevich. Eric Monasevich over to Ryan Alva. Alva to Drew Foss. Dribbles up. And a save by Brendan Stryker off of his feet. Yeah, it's their ball. Stryker passes the ball up to Scott Holmes. Holmes with the ball now. Passes up to Alex Merle. Merle throws a ball over the goal, and no call is made by the referee, Alec Vigil.
Wow! What did you see?
Annie Schertz passes up to Dylan Wilson. Trying to get an offense going for the Honey Badgers here. Wilson comes up, shoots, but it's blocked by Brendan Stryker. Stryker passes to Holmes. Holmes is coming up the court now. Makes his way around Ryan Alva. And it's blocked by Annie Schertz. The rebound recovered by Joe Zacharin. Defense in the arc is called before the shot, so it's a free backwards pass for the Gators. Josh Grupa passes back to Scott Holmes. Holmes finds Michael Bozay, who passes back to Holmes. Holmes stuck at the top of the defense, looking for a pass to make. Finds Grupa. Grupa finds Holmes. Holmes coming up, and it's kicked by Annie Schertz, but the rebound off her foot goes into the back of the net, making the score 7-1 Gators. Annie Schertz passes over to Ryan Alva. Ryan, do you want one of the not fuzzy balls?
Yeah.
Here. Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, yay!
And one of the better balls has come into play. Ryan Alva with a very long shot. Blocked again by Brendan Stryker. Stryker doing an excellent job in goal today, holding the Honey Badgers to just 1 goal so far. Stryker passes over to Scott Holmes. 2 minutes remain in the first quarter. Scott Holmes has the ball now, dribbling up the field. Holmes finds Josh Grupa. Grupa with a pass wide over to Michael Bozay. He cuts in, but it's blocked by Annie Schertz on the right side. Nice movement by Michael Bozay, but the Honey Badgers goalie, Annie Schertz, manages to fend off the attack. A pass into Ryan Alva, number 2. He looks good in his board shorts. Alva's dribbling up the court now, starting another offensive sequence for the Badgers. Ryan Alva with a pass almost intercepted by Michael Bozay. Dylan Wilson scored above the head of Brendan Stryker, making the score 2-7 Gators. Some subs come in for the Honey Badgers, who now have Mark Monasevich, Dylan Wilson, Ryan Alva, and Drew Foss on the field with Annie Schertz in the goal. Scott Holmes dribbling up the ball now, looking to get another offensive sequence going for the Gators. Michael Bozay fakes a pass. It's over to Joe Zacharin. Knocked down by Drew Foss and saved. A long pass up to Dylan Wilson. Almost hit down by Michael Bozay, but the pace is slowed. Wilson with a pass to Ryan Alva. Passes over to Mark Monasevich. Back to Alva. And the Gators defense has had time to set. Dylan Wilson with the ball now. Over to Ryan Alva. Alva to a wide open Mark Monasevich. Scored above the head of the goalie, making the score 7-3 Gators. Honey Badgers starting to get an offensive game going here.
Score from the middle. Make sure you're protecting the wings as well.
No man. 30 seconds left.
Ryan Alva with the ball. 30 seconds remain in the first quarter. The Gators with a sizable lead, but the Honey Badgers starting to make a nice comeback. With 3 quarters left in the game, nothing's safe. Holmes scores through the bottom left. The score is 8-3 Gators.
You can never tell when you don't have a goal guy.
Yeah. Annie Schertz with a pass up to Ryan Alva. 15 seconds remain in the first quarter.
Hey guys, communicate. Whatever you say, make sure you're right. Keep the bell, keep the bell.
Hey, you guys stay in front of him.
And the pass is over the head of Mark Monasevich. Making it the Gators ball with 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Bozay inbounds it to Joshua Grupa. And at the end of the first quarter, the score is 8-3 Gators. A very impressive performance by the Gators, but a nice end to the quarter for the Honey Badgers, who started to get back on the board with some very nice offensive play.